Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome once again to Teacher on Duty Online Media, and I wish to welcome you once again to the continuation of the analysis of the short story, Hawa the Bus Driver, a short story written by Richard S. Mabala. And our today's concern centers on content analysis of this short story. The presenter is Mwalimu Reginald Bishoza, an English and literature teacher in Tanzanian secondary schools. Content analysis. The first content element, as far as the analysis of this short story is concerned, is themes. What are the main ideas found in the short story? Number 1, male dominance or patriarch system. What is male dominance? This is the system which men occupies the first position and the women occupy the second position. That is to say, in a patriarchal society, women are second-class citizens. They are considered just after men. Being in the second position, a woman is undermined and not given priority in different aspects. In this short story, Hawa is disrespected by her fellow drivers in the early days when she started working as a bus driver. Remember, in this short story, driving is considered as a work for men. Women are to stay home and work for their families. They even advised Suleiman to stop her from driving. Hawa has proved them wrong, as she has shown them the strength and the ability of a woman. The second theme in this short story is drunkenness or alcoholism. This is a state of taking too much alcohol. And drunkenness in this short story has been shown as a source of conflict in the society. Hawa broke into conflict with a man who was drunk when he entered into his bus and started to despise and insulting her. Hawa fought and sent him to the police. Another important theme is bravery. Well, what is bravery? It is the state of being brave. The issue has been presented by using Hawa, as she has shown her bravery in dealing with different challenges. The first scenario in the story is when she jumps onto the moving bus, applied all her strength to stop it, and rescued the people's lives. The second one is the scenario when she used all her skills to overcome the thieves who abducted her bus. All these were done by Hawa in the presence of men. Another theme is a theme of jealousy. In the context of marriage, jealousy is defined as a suspicion of a lover's or spouse's fidelity. Suleiman is jealous of his wife after she gained fame because he thought that she will no longer respect her. He is also jealous because people used to call him Hawa's husband. He then decided to stop her to continue with her job. A wise old man, Mzee Athman, went to his house and advises him about the effects of jealousy. He says, jealousy is like a sand in your eyes. It stops you seeing things clearly. Page number 26. Eventually, Suleiman changed his mind and allowed her to continue driving a bus. Another most important theme in this short story is position of women. Well, women have been portrayed differently, both negatively and positively. And the following are the ways which the author has represented a woman. A woman, women are portrayed as people who take care of their family. Remember what Hawa does to her family. She seems to be very responsible, regardless of the fact that she's a bus driver, but she does not forget her role play in her family. Secondly, women play a role, and they have been portrayed as people who advise their children on problem-solving skills. Remember how advises her children, Hassan and Saada, on what to do when their fellow pupils laugh at them because of their mother's work. She tells them, don't get angry, don't fight with a fool, just smile and they will leave you. Page number 2. Another position of women, although this part is going to mix up both position of women and the roles of women. Women also play a role of protecting people against the criminals. In the 4th chapter, with the title Hawa and the Thieves, Hawa has shown her bravery as a woman by rescuing her passengers from the abductors with dangerous weapons. She applied all her skills and succeeds to attack them and sent to the police. Another position of women in this short story, women are portrayed as individuals who work hard for their families' sustainability. Despite being a bus driver, Hawa also cooks and sells vitumbua. She uses the salary she earns to help her husband pay for their children's education and solving other family problems. But also, women fight for equality in the society. This is evidenced to Hawa Ibrahim, who was rejected and undermined by men who were driving a bus when she started working as a bus driver, but their words didn't hit her mind. She worked hard to prove to them that a woman can do the works that men do. Another position of women are portrayed as important as they educate people on the importance of being helpful to the people with the problems. Remember what Hawa does to rescue the life of the boy and some other people who were in need. Additionally, women are respectful to their husband, but also women are intelligent. Remember all these by reflecting on Hawa's heroic actions. Another theme is a theme of conflict. There are various conflicts in this short story. They include conflict between Hawa's children and the school pupils, where the source of this conflict is when the school pupils laugh at Hassan and Saada because their mother is the bus driver. There is a conflict between Hawa and the drunkard. This happens when the drunkard tries to force Hawa out of a steering wheel for him to drive. Hawa kicked him on the legs 3 times and he fell down. Meshach and the passengers seized him and take him to the police station. And the conflict is the conflict between Hawa and the thieves. This conflict happens when the thieves forced Hawa to drive the bus out of the route to Mbezi. Another conflict is the conflict between Hawa and the passengers. When Hawa stopped to help the boy who got an accident, the passengers got nervous, claiming that they were late for work. Hawa also reacted against them by telling them that if they see that they are late for work, it would be better that they take another bus. The last conflict in this book is Selemani's intrapersonal conflict. This occurs because he is suspicious of his wife's achievements and fame. He thinks that his wife will not respect him. He then decides to stop her from driving a bus, but Mziathman and other drivers who are Hawa's workmates advise him, and he eventually changes his mind. Dear listeners and viewers, the last but one content element analysis is messages or lessons that we learn from the short story Hawa the Bus Driver. The following can be learned by the readers. Number 1. People should be courageous, kind, and good-hearted as Hawa. Number 2. Wives should respect their husbands even though they are very famous. Number 3. Couples should respect each other. Number 4. We should not listen to wrong people because they may eventually mislead us. Number 5. Men should not be jealous of their wives when they get achievements. The last one, like men, women are capable of performing different works. Lastly, does this short story relate to what is happening in the society of today? Is this book relevant to what is happening in the contemporary society? Well, we normally say that the story is relevant to our society if what is said in that very particular work of art is also found in our society. Therefore, we can conclude that this story is relevant to our society because there are some men in our society who make decisions without consulting their wives. But also, there are women in our society who are bus drivers nowadays. But also, there are husbands who are jealous to their wives when they get achievements. People who rob people in the buses are also found in the society we live. Lastly, there are people in the contemporary society who give their friends wrong advice. Thank you so very much for your maximum attention. The last part of the analysis of this short story, Hawa the Bus Driver,